give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Okay, welcome to playoff race number 1 at Richmond. We're just wrapping up practice, and we got the 92 truck in the DAB construction livery for this race. Brand new colors for that driver, reminiscent of the Gray Ghost of Dale Earnhardt Jr. a couple years back, and I think Jeff Gordon also ran that in one of his final Darlington starts as well. Not a bad looking truck. I honestly don't even know who this was driven by originally. Christian, are you a bit of a NASCAR historian? I honestly
I believe it was Buddy Baker.
Was it Buddy Baker? Either way,
look that up real quick.
It's a beautiful truck. And yeah, my NASCAR knowledge is about 2000 onward, with a little bit of 90s here and there. But
yeah, Buddy Baker in the 28 car.
Nice. Well, it's driven by another driver with the last name that starts with a B, Mr. Daniel Banks. And I think we've talked enough for this pre-race show. Let's get on to qualifying and see how it all shapes up. Practice.
Drivers, to your car.
Ooh, Schwartz on pole with Brock alongside. Francisco third, and we got our first. Oh no, sorry, Schwartz is in the playoffs. We got Carlos Perez in fourth, and Brody Walker in fifth. So not too many playoff drivers in the top 5. I only see 2, and then there's quite a few team owners that fill out the spots between 6th to 10th. Where are you at, Tristan?
12th, I believe.
Not bad, not bad. Only about 10th and a half off the pole time. And let's take a look. See at some of the lower guys. Anyone that has to work their way up the field. Oh yes, GMS Motorsports, both in the final 2 spots. We got Aiden Wright that needs to come up through the front. Who else is in the playoffs that I can see? Makarov, King, 25th. So I mean, this is a short track. It's not going to be easy to pass, that's for sure. What are your early predictions on this one. Do you think it's going to be a wreck fest, or do you think we're going to have a nice clean race today?
I think it should stay relatively tame. Might have a few cautions here or there, but I don't think it'll be as much of a wreck fest as Darlington was.
No, it can't. It can't be that bad, right? Of course, famous last words. As soon as we say it up here, it seems to happen. Let's get on to the race. I didn't have a chance to do the keys to the race today, folks, but race is about 100 laps tonight, and fuel strategy, we're looking at around 55 to 65 laps. We'll see cars come down pit road if we stay green for the whole first stint. Go up to the front here. Catalina, who is leading the Rookie of the Year standings, so she's having herself quite an epic rookie campaign. I've mentioned it before, but I am amazed at how well she's doing. I'm definitely looking to see great things from her. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her in Xfinity next season.
Yeah, she's definitely been the most dominant in the rookie class. Just she's been up front consistently every single race.
Yeah, I mean, she has made her mistakes here and there, but nothing we shouldn't expect from these rookies. As pace car is now entering pit road, and the driver's coming off turn 4. They're in the Geico restart zone, and we are green flag racing. Nice clean start by everyone, it looks like. Yeah, you don't want to stay too wide too long at this track. You do lose quite a bit of time if you're racing somebody hard side by side. As you can see, second and third place trucks are starting to lose ground already on Catalina, who is by herself out there, and a good lead already. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you race side by side here, you use more tires up and definitely lose a lot more time. They start to single themselves out now. Guerrero getting the better of the 84 for the time being. See Carlos Perez, the points leader, man with everything to lose in this round, as he has, I believe it's 22 points over the 16th place playoff truck. So that's took him all regular season to get that, and it could all go away in one race if he has a bad one here tonight.
Yep, that's the thing about these opening playoff races. You can either sink or swim in these first races of the playoffs, and that decides if you win our championship or not.
Yeah, and the cutoff is literally half the playoff field in the first round here, so I kind of wanted to include everybody in the first season. That may be adjusted to maybe 12 going forward. We'll see. But my plan didn't work entirely, as I was the only one left out for team owners, so that kind of bit me a little bit. I should have made it 17 drivers, but I digress. It is what it is. Can't win them all, and I'm already looking forward to next season in Xfinity, as my team is starting to harvest cash like there's no tomorrow. It's one advantage I'm going to have over some of these guys. Everyone's going to try and spend and maybe invest in their truck this season, trying to win themselves a championship, and I'll be already working on my next season's program with Xfinity. So I'm going to look at it as a small advantage for next season, but I have to pay the price for these next 7 races and be the odd man out looking in.
Well, hopefully you can play spoiler for a couple of these races, Alex, and get a couple wins before the season's over.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal, at least for now, just to get one win and get the monkey off my back. But I'm not seeing any of my team trucks too high right now. I think Ramirez is 18th, and he's my highest truck. So another disappointing night, looks like, for the Driving Motorsports clan. But it is probably better we're not in the playoffs if we're going to keep putting up these poor performances. see Matt Moss getting past the 84 of Virginia Rock, who's also having a decent rookie campaign, but I think she's lost a bit of ground since first started racing. If I'm not mistaken, I think Zach Shaw might be close up to the... I think he's about third in the rookie. I can't remember who is second right now. It's slipping my mind. I want to say maybe it was Lily Holmes or Danielle Baker. We will see after the race, I guess. I can't really check right now. The number 3 truck is looking strong. I think he's made some of the most moves. He was, I think, just outside the top 10 at the start, but it's climbing.
Yeah, that new scheme might be a good luck charm. You know, he's got the black Intimidator with the number 3, but the number 3's in the
he's got the
Petty Enterprises font.
Yeah, so he's, you know, repping a couple 7-time champions after repping Jimmy Johnson, another 7-time championship or champion earlier on in this season. But Dale Earnhardt was always good at short tracks, and I'm pretty sure he was good at Richmond as well. This could be a good omen for this team tonight anyway.
I don't know. The number font with the black Intimidator scheme is just kind of unsettling.
It looks a bit out of place, kind of like Jimmy Johnson's Darlington scheme last season. I don't know. Some people liked it. Personally, I thought it was a bit funky looking. I wasn't fully on board with how it looked. It was just too much on the car at the same time. If he just stuck to one of them, maybe it would have been all right. But yeah, I wasn't too hot on that one. You can see top 4 kind of all riding together. Catalina losing a little bit of ground to Guerrero, and likewise to Guerrero for the 93, who is also catching him. Up 15, man. Time flies on these short tracks. Matt getting defensive earlier on in this one. We're only 15 laps in and he's already posting. I'm glad you could join us here, Matt.
I think Matt just hates me for some reason. I don't know if it's because I called him a bitch on the last time I was in the booth or what, but he hates me now.
He's making rivals all over the track, so maybe that'll come up to bite him as we go on. He's got one of the biggest rivals in the series right now with Galiza Racing. Carlos Perez and him feuding a little bit in the last race. Everyone's kind of single file. There aren't a lot of battles happening on this track right now. I guess all the drivers are kind of just settling in, and some battles happening on the back, but it's starting to look like a conveyor belt. That 83 of Zach Shaw had to win to get in last race, and he did exactly that on the last lap, leading one lap, and most important one, getting himself in. Lane spoiler, of course.
Yeah, bit of heartbreak for those guys over at Mattitude Motors with Danielle Baker losing it on the last lap.
That was, I mean, that's twice Matt's lost a win at Daytona on the last lap, so I don't think that's his favorite track. As you can see, 26 of Hope Torres making some moves now. Just climbing up as we're going to road course for the next race, so that could be her chance to advance or gain a large chunk of points over her competition. But she's not faring too poorly tonight, so I'd say the first team that blinks could be eliminated unless they win. I don't think this playoff format's going to allow any room for error, especially in the first round. DNF, you're going to have to win. That 31 truck of George Gallagher having a solid rookie campaign. All followed by the 24 of Juan Ramirez, who's been leading the charge for his team the last few races, so nice to see on my behalf. Mike Carroll struggling a little bit tonight. Where's he located? Just inside the top 20, but I don't know, a 19th place finish for that team is definitely going to be considered a disappointment, because he is the only single truck team in the field now. It's just Hannah and his Avalanche Territory Racing has expanded to 2 trucks finally. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think having more trucks is better, or is it more of a financial liability, do you think? Or are you happy owning 3 trucks, or is it more scary out there now that you have more trucks to watch out for?
Well, having 3 trucks will definitely help you rake in more money per race, but if all 3 of those trucks get into trouble and you don't break even, then you're gonna definitely lose a lot of money. So it's sort of a double-edged sword, you know?
High risk, high reward type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, having 1 truck in the field is just kind of scary, because if you have a bad race, you're not gonna make a lot of money. But if you got 3 trucks out there, at least somebody's gonna eventually get a good night and help you with your money a little bit. So we can see the top 4 still haven't made any moves on each other. We're lap 26. We're about nearing the halfway point of the pit sequence. Still no caution, so we may just have green flag stops on a short track, and that's always a scary feeling. If you're one of the first trucks in, you're gonna easily go a lap down, maybe even 2 if you're far enough back from the leader. And if I'm not mistaken, the tire wear here isn't too bad. I think you lose maybe about a second or just less than a second a lap for tires, so I mean, not a huge advantage to pit early. The risk is definitely higher in that circumstance, but you're in this tight battle here. Maybe, you know, for Matt to come in early, you could easily leapfrog these guys and get in front and get some clean air, even with you know, just coming in 1 lap earlier than the rest. You see, your driver finally broke into the top 10 there, Tristan, so you can rest easy for now anyway.
Yeah, he's been riding inside the top 10 pretty much all night so far.
I'm seeing a good amount of team owners in the top 10 right now, so that's encouraging. 69 of Catalina Schwartz is in the playoffs, so tonight would be huge for them. I don't think she got any playoff bonus points, so that would bring her right to the top of the charts there, and could at least have a couple nights off in terms of racing get in. Just wants us to check out the rear of his 92 truck. I took a sneak peek at it earlier, so I cheated, but
yes.
Hold on. It says I can't remember. We'll
Warning, stand back 300 feet.
Use an illegal camera angle here, but all for the good of the cause. We show the rear of Daniel Banks' truck. Dab Construction, so I have no words for this logo. not a real construction company the way he's made it out to be, but Dab Construction, or Constructors, I believe, is it's DAB Construction, not Dab. But
Yes,
I guess his creative
let
mind.
me tell you, Alex, like, when I saw this truck last night and I saw the hood, it activated my fight or flight response, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is that actually Bob the Builder? I'm not familiar with kid shows.
I believe so.
It looks like him. It has
matches.
like, yeah, it has like that same style, but interesting.
Checkerboard vest or whatever.
Good job, Jess. We're proud of you. We're up 35. We are over a third of the way through this one. As that 43 truck is starting to make up a little ground. Where was he last marked on the timesheet? 27th. So he's made a nearly about 9 spots since the start of the green flag. I mean, bad timing to have a you know, poor qualifying time. You don't want to do that on either road courses or short tracks because the passing opportunities are low. That number 20
Here we
truck
go. We see the 42 going low on the 20 there.
And we got your boy Hernandez trying to make a move, trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
20 truck in the new, well, not new colors, but a new body. It looks like team owner made a small investment and upgraded his template to the 2020 version of the Silverado instead of rocking the 2015, so that looks sharper than ever.
Yes, definitely a much sharper front bumper than the 2015 Silverado templates.
Just looks faster, doesn't it? I mean, everything's kind of like stretched out in the...
Looks intimidating, really.
Yeah. I mentioned this a couple of races ago, but I've always liked the tide colors and just the way the cars look. Love bright orange and yellow and white. Looks good. He's had a very quiet campaign as of this point. He's had his moments where he's been up front and looked strong, but I'm kind of surprised this team hasn't won a race just yet. They've always been solid contenders, but just haven't put a full race together, in my opinion. Let's see a couple of higher team owners in the points. We got former point leader Keith Hughes being hounded by Lily Holmes right there, who just missed out on the playoffs. Speaking of the WK Racing team, looks like we had one of our higher qualifiers, Brody Walker, on pit road with a severe engine problem.
That looks terminal, Alex.
Looks like William said we needed a caution to shake things up. I think you better be careful what you wish for. And that is an official retirement. We have a change for the lead? No. Like this pack is the second pack. They're just so far behind top 4 now. Can't even see them in the same picture. It's top 4 still riding bumper to bumper. Not much change here. I think it's going to come down to pit stops now, as we're only about 12 laps away from pit window opening. Who knows, maybe they'll come around lap 50 and just try and split this race right down the middle. But it's been all Catalina Schwartz all the way, lap 44, and she's led all of them. And looks like we might have a change for 4th place here. Matt Moss is looking under Carlos Perez to take 3rd spot away. Or if he's going to get it. This track has a pretty good high line, especially coming off of turn 4. It is difficult to make that pass with older tires, but I think that he's stuck with it now. He might have the advantage coming at it too. Still side by side, so like the 93 was able to power through and maintain that position.
Will and Jess are both saying go, Matt. Seems like there's definitely a bit of hatred for that 93 truck.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy when you're winning everything. I think he's won 4 of the 10 races we've had so far, and his team's won, or he's won 4 and his team's won 5 of the 10 races. So when you've won 50% of the races, You're definitely not going to make any friends out there. Everyone kind of wants to beat you. You become the benchmark on the track, and like there's two drivers right now that are ahead of that benchmark, and everyone else is behind. You can see Matt Mass going with an older style Chevy for this race. I guess he kind of figured maybe it was gonna get a few bumps and scratches on it, so save your better equipment for the faster tracks where the aero kind of matters.
Yeah, quite possibly, or it could have just been for design, because you put the new front bumper on there, it's not really going to show up because of all the black, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But going to our manufacturer's championship, Toyota has quite clearly dominated, and looks like they're doing so now. Still, as we see two Toyotas kind of in the running here out of the 4 trucks, and 1 Ford and 1 Chevy still kind of in the hunt. As Francisco Guerrero is going very high in turn 3, and it's like Carlos Perez is stuck on that low line now. Looks like the high line is actually might be the faster line right now, based off the way things are going. Of course, you know, that's probably not going to happen now that I said it, but we'll see if Matt can get around on that high line. He tried just about everything, and we have pit stops? No, I thought they were coming in. They seemed a bit slower that lap. Looks like the 3's going to clear the 93. And we have...
Seems like that tire fall off is just shifting the line up higher.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. I think there was another track like that earlier this season. Was it Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken? Where the high line was actually faster, or was it Homestead? I can't remember. It was a super speed.
Might have been. I think it was Homestead.
Yeah, it was very interesting. The low line was preferred, and then as the race went on, the older tires high line faster. As we could see, the same thing happened here. It's keeps the strategies open, that's for sure. You know, if you want to defend, you gotta do so high and low. They're both going to be fast. See that 84 truck is holding off the 33 of Dave Grubb. Looking for a good finish here tonight. He wants to advance his playoff hopes to the next round. Doing a great job so far. So Will in the chat is asking if we should start taking bets for one of these top 4 winning, or anyone else in the field. You know what? I'm gonna say we're gonna have some sort of strategy mix-up. I'm gonna go with anyone but the top 4 right now is gonna win. Just the way things have been going lately with wild finishes. Yeah, I'm gonna take the odds-on favorite here and take the, what is it, 32 trucks against the 4. What do you think, Tristan? Do you think it's gonna be one of these top 4 or the other 32 trucks?
Looking at the top 4, these have been some of the strongest trucks all season. You got your winningest driver, Carlos Perez. You've got the up-and-coming rookie and Francisco, and then Matt. Then your top performing rookie of the year right there, Catalina Schwartz. This is a stacked lineup in the top 4. I'm going to go with the top 4 here.
All right. Good good case you brought out there. Francisco is certainly a top performer in my mind. He has just had the worst luck, alongside with team owner Dave Grubb. Of course, that team seems to be cursed with just pure bad luck. As we can see, Matt Maas making some moves now. It looks like when we were focused on that second group, he went on the high line and passed the 23. So he's right on the 69's bumper too, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lead change happening sometime soon. We're now in that pit window. I'm going to say whichever one of these 4 trucks pits first is going to come out as the leader. Whether they can hold them off for the rest of the race if it stays green is another thing. Yeah, they have nearly 5 seconds over 5th place. So we have, oh, they're getting really low now. You can see the trucks are noticeably slower since the start of the green flag. They're just not getting through the corners as quick. It almost looks like they're coming to a standstill on the turns now. Ooh.
Yeah, I wish I had a cheese grater and a tire so I could do that Larry McReynolds tire fall off analogy. But yeah, it's like going around this track after so long. It's like just taking a cheese grater to the tire, you know?
Just rubs off that whole layer, and you know, this is an older surface on this track, so I mean, I did say tire fall off wasn't too bad, but still a second a lap is quite significant when you think about it. We hit lap 61. I can't imagine we're gonna keep these guys out much longer, as fuel will start to come into play now, as the 3 truck is going to be the first one to blink, and he is in for his pit stop. Let's follow him and see how he gets along. If it's nice and clean, got a couple trucks behind him following. Looks like the 4 truck of Trip Chase, but
coming in before everybody else seems like a bold strategy.
I like it a lot, because we're near the end of the fuel pit strategy or fuel cycle, so these leaders aren't going to stay out too much longer, as we see the number 23 now in pit road, and the 2 Toyotas have stayed out. 69 and the 93 have stayed out, so a lot of these trucks are praying there's no caution, but if there isn't one, I'd say these 2 trucks are going to be your leaders. We're going to follow 23 he makes his pit stop. The 3 had a 7 doing there. That was a wacky pit stop. If you saw that on the left hand corner, he just kind of slid into his box. Like the 3 got off nice and clean. 23 perfect stop, I would say. I'm gonna go to the 69 now, because I'm sure she'll be in the pit. Oh my god, there was a caution on the oh my god.
Oh. Oh, there's gonna be so many people
God.
trapped a lap down.
Oh, what happened? I totally missed that. Looks like the 5 truck is stationary. Could it have been a team truck that caused this? Oh my god, I think it might have been Matt Moss's own teammate. Might have shot them in the foot. She just stops dead on the track, and that will surely be the cause of the yellow. Matt, you can see the flag man in the distance there. So Matt, you can thank your teammate for that. That cost you potentially a win. I think 3 truck will be on the tail end of the lead lap now. This is live, so it looks like he won't need to pit, so he will be on the tail end of the lead lap. Quite a few trucks caught a lap down. The 43, 18. I'm gonna try and name all the playoff trucks for you guys. The 20 was a lap down. 50, 85, 23 not in playoffs, but strong contender nonetheless. And else, I think that might be it for playoff drivers, but that is quite a hefty chunk. That one stings, Matt. Matt, I was telling you guys earlier about how Hustlers Racing Incorporated has had terrible luck this season. You know what, Matt's hasn't been much better. That one stings. He was definitely a prime candidate to take over the lead after that cycle of pit stops, and did not work out. So we're gonna look for that 69. I think this is the leader now after those yellow flag stops. We got 69 where she was. She's led every lap so far. Yeah, not much else to say about that, but where the 23 truck had a huge misfortune, looks like his fellow team owner and teammate in the playoffs, Dave Grubb, gained quite a bit from that, and he is now sitting 3rd. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a very familiar truck behind that 33. Christian, that looked like a huge break for your team as well.
Yep, it appears so. We're up in fourth all of a sudden through that caution and all that stuff. So seems good. Hopefully this lap traffic can help us get up to the front and give us a shot at the win.
I'll tell you, getting through this lap traffic, because they're all going to be in a single file restart, so it's going to pretty much determine the winner, who has the most aggression and who can carve their way through the field the best. Quite a few playoff contenders up front now. We got the 69, 93, 33, 2 truck, 26, 29, 83 of Zach Shaw in 7th. Then we're gonna go down to 10th there. We got the number 1 truck of Vince Curtis, and 82 Keith Hughes. 28, huge gainer from that one. I think he was still near the back, Chris McRae. Now 13th. So lucky breaks for these trucks that struggled early on in this race, and they'll have 32 laps to prove their worth and make sure that another caution doesn't come out, or else it's going to even the playing field. Yeah, Mike Carroll's not having a good night anymore. He was mid-pack before this restart, and now he's just further back and tail end of the lead lap. Go back green. And this is going to be fun to watch. All these lap trucks desperately stay on the lead lap in case of another caution.
Will, you asked me to say it earlier. Cautions breed cautions.
Let's
Them
hope.
fighting up through this lap traffic is going to breed caution.
That 50 truck going 3 wide. Probably one of the more desperate trucks a lap down right now. He is nearing himself going a lap down. That 93 truck got kind of pinned up high. You can see that low line is the preferred line right now, unlike it was at the end of that last run. So you want to get down low, stay there. Looks like that 33 truck is charging. So I know it's still kind of early, but I do recall saying there might be a strategy that would mix things up here, and I think one of my 32 trucks is now in the running for the win here, as the top 4 at the start of the race is all but disintegrated. See Dave Grubb looking to get around that 31, and it should be maybe a couple laps of clean racing for the leaders before they hit the next pack of lap cars. Adelina Schwartz putting on a clinic for these guys today. I don't want to jinx anything, but led all 73 laps to this point, and he hasn't really been challenged too much as of yet. I think he's poised to win one. Of course, this is the Sovitic Motorsports entry, so it's been a while since they've won a race. It's team owner Makarov won in his first start at the Daytona Road Course was the last time this team won, so been a little stretch, but some teams still haven't won. Actually, a lot of teams still haven't won, so he's spoiled if he won another one before everyone else got a chance to win their first. See that 50 truck of Mike Carroll battling another playoff driver, Greg Shetner, and we got another one. Actually, pretty much everyone in this picture right now is a playoff driver. The only difference is a lot of them are on the tail end of the lead lap. .33 truck still struggling to get by 31 of Gallagher. I hope this doesn't impact the race too much. But like the 31's even making a move on the 69. Can she power on the outside and keep her first position? Looks like that'll stay as is.
Seems like we're going to have a good battle whenever that 33 or 93 gets past the 31 truck there.
Yeah, it looks like the 31 truck's playing spoiler right now. Not sure what his plans are here, but if he can't get past the 69, I'd recommend he just pull off and let these guys race a little bit. Only 22 laps to go. Getting closer. This Hannah going very wide. Turn 1 there. Keeps his position up in 5th. Another 3 wide move for Mike Carroll. Desperate to stay on the lead lap. Oh, still 3 wide. Aiden Wright doing work on that 3rd line I didn't know existed on this track, but like he's doing a great job. Wayne King might be the odd man out here. Looks like he's kind of sliding everywhere, but not handling too well. Now Wright going low on Carroll. These guys are racing very hard to stay on the lead lap, and it looks like Schwartz can't seem to get past that the 43 truck of Shetner. It's one of those races where the truck handles good out in clean air, and once you get stuck in traffic, it can't seem to do too much.
Seems like 33 is going for a pass on the 69, using that 31 as a pick to keep him on the top line there for her.
Interesting, because I think we might be close to that crossover point where the low line and the high line are pretty much equal. They don't seem to be making any headway over each other. That certainly is battle time, Jess. That, wow, look at, I just realized the top 6 are all within a second of each other. That's incredible. Super close racing, and we are 3 wide for the lead as Dave Grubb goes low on the 69, and is he going to lead that one? No, but very close. Oh.
Look at that 26 of Hope Torres. Where did she come from?
Not sure what's going on with my keyboard, but working out too well. Sorry, folks. Yeah, Torres making moves since the restart. So is Jess Hanna. Low on Perez now. He's looking for his first win. Closing laps, we've got 15 to go now. It's certainly shaping up to be another good finish here tonight. I'm sure any of these drivers would be happy to get a win and advance to the next round so they can take it easy in the next 2 races. I think we're at Mosport the next race, and I can't remember the final race of this round, but I assure you it's going to be exciting.
Goes 31, goes up to block the 69. Looks like Jess Hanna and Dave Grubb are going to get free of these guys here.
Yeah.
Might be a good battle between those 2 Fords.
Looks like that 31 is starting to show its pace a little bit, and is not able to keep up with these trucks as Dave Grubb now has a teammate in front of him. Hopefully he can let him by cleanly without losing too much ground.
That's absolutely right, Dave. Blue Oval takeover.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a solid race for the Fords. They've gained some momentum in the last few races, I've noticed. Toyotas just haven't looked as dominant as they were at the beginning of the seasons. Fords definitely have made up some ground there, but the question is it too little too late? This Toyota has I think nearly a 20-point lead in the Manufacturers' Championship. We're past halfway. I mean, I would like to see a closer battle than that, but you know, Toyota has certainly earned it if that gap stays the same for the rest of the season. It's like Catalina Schwartz will shuffle down to 4th now.
Here comes.
Dave Grubb and teammate Turner Woodward holding side-by-side formation. Just Hannah looks to get any sort of clear line past these two. He's going to follow the faster truck, at least for now. Dave Grubb, varying teammate now. Lose a lap down, mind you. So maybe he might be able to build a small gap before Jess can clear the 13.
It is the 29 and 33 are free of the pack there. Looks like it's going to be an excellent battle shaping up.
8 laps to go, and I must say Jess has probably been... He definitely looks like he's the faster truck, but track position is going to play a huge role in who's going to be able to win this. I think the 33 might be able to hold him off, but you never know. That 43 truck is still very close, and he could be a factor. Six laps to go. Sorry, 7 laps to go. Do a quick through the field in the top 10 here. Carlos Perez now 3rd place. Back in 3rd, I should say. Catalina Schwartz is in 4th. Dominant all day long and just couldn't hold on to it when it mattered most. See Chris McRae having a stellar race, qualified 2nd last, I believe.
Oh, Carlos just went down pit road. Carlos is gone. Crab rave.
Oh my God. Points leader
Carlos is
Perez.
gone. Pog.
Wow. Is it terminal, or did he just not fill up enough? Oh, Carlos. Yeah, looks like it was just the top off. Oh my God, that is terrible. I mean, I'm probably the only one that feels bad for him, but that's not how you want to lose a race. We have as we go back to the battle for the lead with 3 laps to go now. Jess is knocking on the door. But hey, I'm gonna fully take credit for my prediction here, and I think these 2 drivers were not part of the top 4 discussed earlier, so I'm quite comfortable saying I won this one. But I'm not gonna say the fastest truck won today. That's for sure. 2 laps to go. Greg Shetner looking to play spoiler on these leaders.
Here comes Jess Hanna looking low on the 33. Can he make a move?
Side by side.
Coming to the white flag. Here they go. What are they going to do with that 43 truck when they get to him?
Side by side. White flag. Sponsored by Credit
Jess
One
Hanna
Bank.
on the inside. Dave Grubb on the high side.
Yes, Hannah going low.
Like a clean pass.
Clears the 33. Half a lap
like
to
the
go.
33 doesn't have a whole lot for him.
Grubb going
so
high.
Run on that high. He's
And
got nothing for him.
It's going to be
It's
Jess
gonna be
Hanna.
Jess Hanna.
Wow. Jess Hanna. Nice job, Jess. That was a masterclass race. Wow. I almost want to say that 43 truck kind of altered the outcome. Slowed up the 33 just enough for Jess to make a move on the inside, and then it seemed like he kind of took off a little bit, so maybe some mind games happening on pit road.
He's been close so many times before, always in that top 5, and now he can finally get into victory lane.
Wow. Jess, congratulations, dude. You are in the round of 8. And Carlos Perez, where did he ended up finishing? 25th after an excellent performance for 97% of the race. Just didn't quite get enough fuel in there, and had to come down pit road last minute and top up, or else he probably would have finished even lower. Wow, that was another good finish, man. We've been so blessed this season. The finishes, especially as of late, it's just been action packed. The last 5 laps have been really exciting. Oh hey, yeah, thanks. Well, top 10 for me, but too little too late, unfortunately, so it doesn't really matter. I could care less. I'll take the money though. Catalina Schwartz finishing 3rd after her dominant performance tonight, and Chris McRae, excellent job. Keith Hughes kind of had a mid-pack car most of the race, and he finished in the top 5, so that's excellent for that team to help their playoff chances. Vince Curtis, quiet night, but excellent finish. Hope Torres seemed to be very strong in the restart and kind of tapered off at the end. And how about Paul Erickson and Liam Tanner, 2 rookies, rounding out the top 10 there. Not too bad for those drivers. I'm sure their owners will be happy. But wow, don't know what else to say about this race, but you know, I think everyone got their money's worth tonight.
Yes, and Dab Construction got 15th
in their debut, yeah. So not too bad for a second race for Daniel Banks. What happened to your driver there, Tristan? You must have come down pit road near the end as well.
I don't know. Welcome to Blue Dog Racing, where none of us know what the fuck we're doing. There we go.
I guess math is not your forte in that team. Trying to go back to see what happened to your guy. Yeah, looks like he just came down pit road with 3 laps to go as well. A couple of cars actually came down. That very interesting.
Zach Shaw, another playoff driver coming down pit road.
Yeah, I just realized that. It's unfortunate for a team that seemed to come in with all the momentum. Yeah, so it looks like you finished 29th and Zach Shaw 34th. Ouch. That stings. That's, I mean, just one of those things, you know, if just the smallest mistake can cost you a whole season. Well, anyway, I think people are starting to get eager to watch the real NASCAR race at Martinsville. I think that started already, but I haven't turned it on, so...
they're still under rain delay.
Oh, is it raining there? Oh, that kind of sucks, but I guess that's better for...
Let's have another race then, Alex.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, all I can say is congratulations to Jess. Welcome to the round of 8. Excellent job for a lot of the playoff drivers in the top 10. Christian, thanks again for joining us. I'm not sure when the next race will be. I'm gonna try shoot for, say, Monday, or for sure Tuesday, but let's say Monday for now. Do some updating in between then, and got some online racing to do, so we will focus on that for the week. Any final thoughts, Tristan?
Definitely one of the best races we've had all year. You know, great racing, great battle for the run at the end, and you know, I wouldn't say that there was a whole lot bad about this race.
No, it was pretty clean for the most part. We had a timely caution, which kind of mixed up the strategy, and we had a winner I don't think any of us kind of predicted at the start of this race, so it definitely had a lot of excitement, and I would say one of the better races we've had all season. Not much to do except for say thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all in Mosport, my hometown local track, at least when it comes to NASCAR. It's only about 45 minutes away from where I live, so it's kind of cool to implement that into this strata, or the schedule here, and hopefully it's a good race, but who knows how the AI is going to run on that. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you at the next one.